Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the December 16th, 2021 Post Falls Urban Renewal Commission meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask for a roll call, please. Joseph?
Thank you, Commissioner. Clemenson?
Here.
Coles?
Here.
Davis?
Here.
Baltzell?
Here.
Crosby?
Here.
Fleshman?
Okay. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good morning, everyone. Got a little bit of a chilly morning here, but the roads were in pretty good shape, so we're good to go there. I do want to, just for those that aren't aware, I think everyone here is, but I don't know that the general public necessarily knows, but last Sunday morning early, Commissioner Larry Carstensen passed away. And so we're going to miss him for sure. He had plans to retire the end of December, but I guess he's really retiring for sure. Anyway, there's going to be a memorial service for Commissioner Carstensen on Saturday, January 15th at 11 o'clock in the morning at Shepherd of the Hills Lutheran Church in Rathdrum, Idaho. And there will be more coming on that. The full obituary will be in the paper in the next week or two. So, sorry. Bad news to share, but Larry was a really, really good commissioner for many years and did us all a lot of favors and in terms of helping through all of the processes and especially with the Greens Ferry Bridge, and I think also as a friend. Larry's position was intended and still will be filled come January 1st by Melissa Yeltness from Post Falls. Hopefully I'm saying that right. She'll get me if I'm not. But looking forward to getting acquainted with her and getting her on board. She's excited about coming to work with us and the commission, and we can move forward that way. Also, at next month's meeting, we'll be having a discussion about the possibility of honoring Larry at the Veterans Home that's being constructed out at Riverbend Commerce Center. Christie's on the books. Christie's here, excuse me. And we'll be discussing that at the January Commission meeting. The interesting thing and why we're focused on that is because the Veterans Home proposal is being built on about 9 acres that was donated by the Jacqueline family for that purpose in Riverbend, and that was one of our first early districts for urban renewal, and is also one of the first to close. So there's a certain tie there for sure. Okay, moving right along with the consent calendar, please. Oh, excuse me, conflict disclosures. Do any of the commissioners have any conflicts to disclose at this time? Seeing none, we move on to the consent calendar.
Chairman, thank you. For our consent calendar, December 16th, item A in the consent calendar is the commission meeting minutes of November 18th, 2021. Item B is the Communication, Personnel, and Property Committee minutes of November 18th, 2021. Item C is the Strategic Planning Session minutes of November 30th, 2021. Item D is payables for this month, totaling $17,604.63. Item E is the bank activity report, which shows total funds in all accounts of $1,828,750.77 and accrued interest for the month of $157.73. Item F is the financial reports as of November 30th, 2021. Item G is Resolution 2021 2021-05, authorizing the destruction of certain agency records per Policy 21. Approval of the consent calendar will authorize a transfer of $17,604.63 to the First Interstate checking account for the monthly payables and $157.73 accrued interest to the general fund. Mr. Chairman, I would answer any questions.
Hey, any questions on the consent calendar presentation? Welcome, Christy. See you down there.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, it looks like there are no questions, so I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve the consent calendar.
Okay, motion to approve.
Second.
Is there a second? Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, we'll need a roll call vote on that, please.
Clemenson,
Aye.
Coles,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Baltzel,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Fleshman.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, down to committee updates. Finance and Policy, Commissioner Crosby, please.
Aye, Mr. Chairman, we reviewed the financial reports that the commission just approved, and then we did some work in preparation for the strategic planning session that was held on November 30th. That's the extent of our policy committee, Finance and Policy Committee.
Okay. And by the way, in my mind, the Finance and Policy Committee, working with our executive directors, did a super job in researching prior years' planning for that, strategic planning, and also putting together a very, very, not difficult, but concise and busy format to follow, and it was really went quite well. A lot of good participation from all of the commissioners that were able to be there, and also the report that was put out, the final overview of the minutes from the strategic plan, I thought were well done, and I appreciate that very much. So that was a good exercise, and we need to follow that as best we can, review it periodically, and make sure that what we said we wanted to do, we did, and if not, understand why not or whatever. So thank you all very much. Appreciate the effort that went into that. We spent, short of a month to put it together, and it was worthwhile. So thank you all very much. District review, Commissioner Coles?
I don't have anything this morning.
Okay. I will comment on that you did a really good job with your committee on putting together your district analysis for each of the districts to include that we can review and utilize in our strategic planning process. So thank you very much for you and your committee. Property Communications and Personnel Committee. Do you have any? You're on that committee, right?
Yes.
Do you have anything to report? Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Citizen comments. At this point in time, I don't think we have any citizens that want to speak today, so I won't be calling. We just have one observer. Hi. Morning. So we'll move on. Unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business to deal with? I'm not aware of any. Okay. Okay. New business. Under new business, I was planning to have some discussion regarding the veterans home being constructed out at River Bend, but that'll be postponed until the January meeting, and we'll have a good discussion at that time. So, let's see. Staff report and updates.
Thank you, Chairman. We have information regarding Post Falls Technology District. Jerry Dicker informed our office that he is anticipating construction to begin in April 2022. This will consist of a shopping center at the northeast corner of Highway 41 and Prairie Avenue. Additionally, the city has made the determination for a traffic circle to be located on Prairie Avenue as one of the access points for this development. The 2021 audit, Auditor Brian Scholl from Anderson Brothers came in on November 18th to do the field work for the audit. A draft is expected shortly, which will then be forwarded to the Finance Committee for review, after which we will start drafting the MD&A. The final audit is scheduled to be presented at the commission meeting in January.
Excellent. Very good. Very timely. Appreciate that. Anything else?
That concludes my report.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I have a few
Yes, sir.
questions.
Yep.
Have we heard anything from Mr. Douglas with regard to the other portion of the technology park?
We sat down with a representative of the Douglas Group just to get a brief overview of their interactions working with the city towards some of their development plans. At the present time, it looks like they're trying to move forward with two flex design industrial buildings, as well as they are working through a mixed use plan for a portion of the property.
Mixed use, in accordance with the zoning and
Yes.
annexation agreement? Okay. Which limited the amount of housing that could be built there.
With regard to that portion of the tech park, there was some discussion earlier about a developer out of Spokane that was considering getting a larger chunk of that property to develop. And is there that pretty still in, or did you say that? You didn't say that, did you?
I said Mr. Douglas, he's the
Oh,
one who bought
okay,
that
sorry.
section. Yeah.
Good turn the
Arlen
hearing
Douglas,
aid up,
yeah.
I guess. Thank you. All right, never mind.
What's the status of the OPAs for that with Mr. Decker and with Mr. Douglas?
The OPAs are still in the process of being edited, amended.
Okay.
We will have those for the January meeting.
Okay, and they both understand that it's first in right, first in time. Whoever gets their OPA in first basically gets first call on the tax increment? Yes? Is that
They-
correct, Pete?
It's actually, it's the first proponent to submit it, to make a submittal, basically, to get an order of
I see.
approval,
Order of
approving a
approval, okay.
submittal, so then that's who has
Okay,
priority.
okay. But the OPA actually has to be completed and signed prior to that actually being available for them to submit an order of approval.
Right, in this case, we'll probably just since they're changing the development plan, we'll probably just do a new OPA with the Douglas Group.
Okay, and then a separate one with the folks developing the commercial property,
Right,
the shopping center?
right.
Okay, same question about status on OPAs for the downtown district and Pleasant View.
I don't believe we've received a questionnaire. We require a questionnaire of the
Okay, so
proponent.
we're
Now,
still
we haven't
waiting.
received a questionnaire from anybody in the downtown district yet. Pleasant View, that draft OPA will be probably talked about at a commission workshop in January.
Great.
I'm still working on that, and the facts keep changing. I just was made aware of one by Diane this
That's
morning.
been sort of the story of that district.
Yeah, the
Nature of the beast.
Project Drive folks are pushing to get the OPA done, but I've had to remind them that we're a, public entity. We have to have open meetings to approve documents, and we have a procedure where we review a draft OPA at a workshop before it's actually approved or even sent out. So I can't just draft an OPA and send it to them and say, this is what we want, when you all haven't approved it, so.
Thank you very
And
much.
they just submitted their questionnaire, I think it was December 6th,
Okay, it's good to
So-
know that that's moving forward a bit.
but,
Good.
but I know they're in a hurry, but, if they wanted to get this done quicker, they could have got their questionnaire in a lot sooner, so.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Joe.
Okay. Any other questions and comments on the staff reports and the updates? Okay, if not, moving on. Commissioner comments.
Well, I think we all feel the loss of Commissioner Carstensen. He was a stalwart member of the commission. He was always at every meeting. He spearheaded the review of the construction of the Greens Ferry overpass. He was a fine gentleman, and he will certainly be missed. He made a great contribution to this community. So that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to echo Len's comments about Larry, but also wish everybody a happy holiday,
Thank you.
a good new year,
Anybody
especially
else?
for those that are retired.
Retiring.
Anybody else? Comments? Okay. Couple things I wanted to mention, and I'm not sure I actually said it because my mind was going faster than my mouth was, but regarding the memorial event for Commissioner Carstensen, that will be with full military honors. He spent some 9 years plus in the Air Force, overseas and stateside, working in nuclear weapons. And actually, he did that out of Fairchild, and that's how he met his wife, Shar. So I don't think I mentioned that before. And then there is another item that we're going to be discussing that would be bringing to the commission next month if it looks like we can move forward with it. It may not require any real action from the commission, but just an awareness thing, having another way to honor Larry and his service to the community and urban renewal. But backing up just a little bit, on the 9th of December, we held a meeting with, I think it was the 9th?
Yes.
December. We held a meeting, the executive committee, held a meeting with the new city councilman for Post Falls. We invited the 3 that were newly elected. 2 of them did accept our invitation and came to the meeting. And it really went well. The ones that attended were Nathan Ziegler and Kenny Shove. Josh Walker was not able to attend for some reason. But we had a really good, we spent an hour with them, provided them with takeaway materials that would help them to better understand and review what urban renewal does, what we're all about, and how it works, and things like that in layman's terms. And I think Diane and Joseph put most of that together and did a super job on making that available, as well as a presentation and a question and answer period. So anything that didn't make sense that we gave them or said to them, they had a chance to talk about it, and I think it went really well. They seemed to really well receive the time together. We enjoyed getting acquainted with them, frankly, because I don't think any of us actually knew any of the new councilmen. So we were glad of that, and I think that went really well. I walked out very pleased with the day's work, and I think everybody else did as well, and everybody contributed too. So that went really well. But today is the last commission meeting for Executive Director Diane Fountain. She'll be, the first week of January will be her last official time, and as you can see, Joseph is already on board and moving along and doing a really good job. He's got a good trainer for sure. She'll hammer it right through your head if you don't get it the first time. But she's done such a terrific job for Post Falls and for urban renewal, and has developed a strong relationship in a very positive way with city staff and with our proponents. I know they like calling her better than me or Len, so we know that is true. She's done an absolutely outstanding job. She's a very brilliant woman, very smart, and she's just, I don't know. We tried to coerce her into staying on, but she wants to retire with her husband, and frankly, I don't blame you. That's a good thing to do for you and your husband, but you've done a wonderful job, and we appreciate it very much. Let's all give her a hand. And I think we have a postcard for you somewhere. Oh, here it comes. Small gesture of our appreciation.
You got any big plans?
Well, we're probably going to leave on the 9th to go to Arizona.
You aren't going to Yuma,
Our
are you?
last day is the 6th.
Are you going to
quick.
Yuma?
What's that?
Are you going, this is off the record, but it's part of the meetings. Oh, go ahead. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Yay. Thank you for your service and for all you've done for us. I know I could call her day or night, didn't matter. She was always answering the phone and taking action and calm me down whenever I was excited. And I think same thing with Len, because after he would talk to her, then he could talk just fine to me. But anyway, it's been wonderful working with you, and hope you guys have a really good time. And gee whiz, be careful when you're down in Yuma. They have extra
yeah.
people down there.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
yeah, careful of that. Anybody else have any comments?
Your place in our hearts will last longer than the flowers.
There you go.
Oh, that was
That's
good.
kind.
Oh, really?
That's a poetic side of you I've never
is.
seen before.
Well,
Can't top that.
You're really mellow.
Yeah, I can't top that, that's for sure.
Well, thanks, you guys. I have really enjoyed working for the agency. It's the longest I held a job. I'd usually get bored with them and find something new to do. So 12 years with the agency has been fantastic for me, and I've enjoyed working with every single one of you guys. And I just really like what we do here, and I'll look at your meetings and stuff like that. I'll watch it a little bit.
Keep
I'm
an eye
sure.
on us.
But thank you so much.
I can tell you that we have a really good reputation across the entire state of Idaho, and a lot of that is attributed to you and the personality that you show forward, the things that you do to help us get it done right, along with Pete and his council. So you got big shoes to fill, Joseph, and I know you will, because what we've seen so far, I'm very impressed, and so thank you for all you've done for us. It's really a pleasure working with you over all these years.
And if we ever go sideways, there's always a citizen comment.
There you go. Yeah. No, it's kind of fun to have a job where you look forward to it every day, instead of driving to work and going, oh man, I wish I didn't have to go there today. So it's been wonderful. Thank you.
Good. Okay, well, that ends my comments. There's nothing more to say. It's all been said. We could do that all day, I think, and keep going, but you certainly deserve all the accolades that you've been getting today. So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second?
Moved and second. Any questions? Not? Voice vote, please. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? Nope. We're adjourned. Thank you.